Hi, this is Will from Penny Lane, and today I want to talk about something that I've been asked a few questions about. I'm setting up a new office here in my house, and one of the things I put in my office is this T-shirt, and it says "Shut Up and Jump," and it has a Michigan phone number on it. And people have asked, "Well, what's that all about?" So I'm going to tell you what it's all about. So back when I was young, dumb, and 21, me and my friends thought it'd be a great idea to start our own bungee jumping company. And we talked about it for about a week. And next thing you know, we were on a plane to Dallas, Texas. One of my friends found a guy who sells equipment. He provides training on the equipment, training on the business. And once you went through this training, you were eligible for insurance, which is a big thing. The equipment was the top quality military grade equipment. So we used military grade bungee cords that were all individually. So we would use a bundle of 3 or potentially 4 if you were a heavy guy. But each one of them was strong enough to independently support a person. And so it had multiple redundancies in it. So we had good equipment, we had good training, and we were super excited. Well, next thing you know, we get back to Michigan, where I was working at the time, and we had to go out there and get business. So we figured it would be a great opportunity to set up at festivals. And if you've ever been in Michigan in the summertime, there's a lot of festivals. A lot of people from Chicago, Milwaukee, other areas would come up to Michigan for the summer, and there's just great stuff to do. There's the lake, there's all these festivals, there's lots of fun stuff to do in Michigan in the summertime. And but anyways, we'd have to set up at these festivals. Well, you had to get past the review committee first, right? So just imagine a couple of 20-somethings, submitting a proposal to set up a bungee jumping concession at their fair. That's kind of a tough sell. So we were able to do that with some help with friends, and we had to write proposals. We had to really know and have our safety procedures, data about our equipment and things like that in order to convince these festival committees that hey, we're going to set up and we're not going to kill anybody. and they liked the idea of it. Right. So it wasn't totally a one-sided sell. They liked the idea of it because this at the time was very popular. It would draw people in, and they wanted some excitement around their fair. So this is a way of, excitement. Right. So we were able to set up some I think of all the proposals we put out there, I think we only had 1 or 2 out of, 2 dozen attempts that we didn't get accepted. So we did pretty good. We did really good at convincing them. But I didn't really quite appreciate that at 21 that, there'd be this back end, I didn't quite know what the business element would be. So anyways, it taught me writing proposals, what these different committees would be looking for. It taught me the value of having systems and processes in place and how other people valued those things. But here are a couple other things that I learned from it. So if you open a bungee jumping concession, for any of you guys that are thinking about it out there, one of the things that will be true for you is you yourself will do a lot of bungee jumping yourself just by being a part of the operation. And the reason for that is once you set up, you're ready for customers. And so to entice those customers, we had to jump, right? And we'd do backflips and we'd do all these things to make it look fun. And what do you know, we'd start to have a line forming. And that was really important because, our crane cost $140 an hour. And we were already behind during the setup. We were already behind an hour and 15 or an hour and a half, whatever, 2 hours for our setup. So we had to start making money. So we'd start jumping and people start forming a line and then we'd start making money, which was great. But yeah, used to have to jump quite a bit. In fact, check this out. That's me back when I had no belly and lots of hair. And now those two things are reversed. But anyways, yes, that's me. And this was my favorite way to jump. So the background of this picture, this was set up at a bar, at this big bar facility, I would say. It's I don't know, it doesn't really do it justice calling it a bar, because it had like 8 volleyball courts. They had this harbor here. It was a destination. It was a destination. Everybody from Chicago came up here, and it's called Skip's Other Place. So, anyways, we'd set up here, and this was also our most profitable venue, as you might imagine. You know, people get some liquid courage and a credit card. Next thing you know, we're making a lot of money. All right, but this was my favorite way to jump, because, you know, jumping backwards and splayed out like this is really, you really have to be comfortable bungee jumping, because every inclination in your body is telling you to cover up or roll into a ball or whatever, but not stay splayed out like that. And so you really had to exercise mind over matter to stay splayed out like that. And you know, this was the local newspaper photographer, so he was in the man basket as I was jumping backwards out of it, and it made a great shot. It made the front page of the paper, and it was just a fun time. So that's the story. And as you can see, that shirt is the same as this shirt, and yes, we did sell a lot of t-shirts. But that was my first introduction to business, and I'll never forget it. I don't think we made any money. I don't recommend going into that business. Thank goodness we didn't kill anybody, but you know, it was a great experience. It was a really, really wonderful experience. So that's why it's on my wall. If you see it on my wall in my office, now you know the background story of it. And it's something that's kind of near and dear to my heart, because it kind of got me hooked. Got me hooked on business. It really showed me that, you know, with skillful effort, determination, and a reliance on system and processes, which is big in my business, you can pull off some amazing stuff. So anyways, that's the story. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you soon.